right, let's check out this alt-right comedy fest.
Breath of Fresh Air, 4K official, Nick Dipaolo.
Yeah, Nick Dipaolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 30 years you may have been thinking it, but this gentleman's been saying it. Give it up for Nick Dipaolo!
Woo, to the power!
Breath of Fresh Air.
Rock music?
I've had fresh air. I think it's overrated.
Oh yeah!
It's the kind of music you'd have out of a truck with
How are ya?
Stars and Bars flag on it, right?
Thank you. Wow. Holy shit.
His jeans are pretty tight.
Yeah, he's all
You guys
spruced
are
up.
sharing like it's The Price is Right. Relax. This is a
Tell you he doesn't have a hog.
beautiful place. The type of place where a senator would get assassinated in 1860s. This is class, huh? This is Cahoes. Miller Lite cans lined up by the fucking...
Crowd work.
God bless it. Those are the working class people that I love, goddammit. Looked to my left, I thought it was a bowling alley. How are you, fellas? Good luck in the tournament. Fucking... toxic white European. There's no respect for white European males anymore. I realized this. I was in Jersey last night, working in Jersey. I had to get on the turnpike to come home. I had to go to the bathroom on the Jersey Turnpike, so I pull into a rest area. What's the name of the rest area? The Vince Lombardi rest area. That's the best we can do for the greatest coach in the history of the NFL. Should we put a statue of him in front of his high school? No, let's build an 18 by 24 brick structure up to exit 13A where truckers who have been living on hooker pussy and beef jerky for 14 hours can unload their impacted bowels, where gay guys can exchange filthy blowjobs at 3 a.m. and where pedophiles can come into the faces of terrified children. You know, the shit that Vince Lombardi was for. You know.
That's a bit dated.
Was he the rapist or was it a different
Fucking
coach?
Vince Lombardi rest.
Different
Where's
coach.
the Jerry Sandusky rest area? That's my
There,
question.
there it is. There's the name.
That's the rest area I want to see.
But he's conflating like all gay people with
Life-size statue of
pedophiles.
Jerry in a bathing suit, half a heart on, big smile on his
There's
face.
that.
And that's an old gay
Couple of
trope
Boy
that I
Scouts in
doubt
headlocks.
exists anymore.
Yeah, I'd be like more worried about being murdered by like the I-5 killer. I mean, killed
there's-
people at restaurants?
There's literally porn shops with
Fucking white
jack-off
toxic
boobs
males.
for that.
So how about Jussie Smollett? Is that feminine black
Jussie
toxic
Smollett.
fucking feminine?
He's the guy from Empire.
Oh, the one who like
What a
hired somebody
genius.
to
You
beat
know why he
himself
did
up or
all that?
something.
He said he wasn't getting paid enough. $65,000 an episode. Well, it turns out after that hoax, they figured out in 3 seconds, you're a pretty shitty actor, I guess. Fucking. Imagine a white guy trying to pull that off. A fucking reverse hate crime. I'd have to get 2 white bodybuilders from Sweden, put them in blackface. Fucking beat me up, make it look like it was 2 black guys, leave a pack of Newports next to me. Dump great Kool-Aid over my head.
All I need to do is
And
a
I'd
watermelon
set it,
joke.
and then go,
Yeah.
fuck you, this is Obama country. So I'd set it in Salt Lake City, naturally, to make the fucking... What a scumbag. I hope he still has that fucking noose, and he uses it the right way this time.
See, woos are not what you want in your jokes.
Yeah.
Jesse, go downstairs, find a beam. You know what to do.
Hey,
Fuck that.
even the black guy.
Yeah, there's that, or whoa, we did that.
Some
That's
of you
a
will
laugh,
laugh, and the
but
rest of you
woo,
think you're
that's
shitting your little
agreement.
fancy fucking liberal
That's
pants.
not humor. Yeah,
I'm woke, okay? And I'm on the right, motherfuckers.
Isn't that like saying you believe in science but not climate change?
Drove up here. I live in Westchester, and so I use the Waze app. I love the. Anybody use the what? 20 of us. The rest of you is what? Getting raped in Uber cars on the weekend?
Well, at least not today.
How many Uber rape stories have you read? Like 3. You know, if you're an ugly girl, you can't get a date on a Saturday night, just call Uber.
Bad timing to release this special.
Yeah, better put that as a note. By the way,
Working on this for a year. Let's release it right pretty much when there's the strike.
Send it like a
Uber
Haitian
strike.
on bath salts to pick you up. Go ahead, come on, fucking. That would be $22, man. Put on your shoes.
every Uber driver I've ever had was like a white college kid. I don't know why they're acting like it's.
Yeah.
I love that Waze
That's
app.
the
I
taxi
fucking love it.
driver.
It tells where the cops
Like
are,
from
and I
New
still
York.
sell coke to
Yeah.
school children in the afternoon, so that
That
works out good.
Jokes for
You
20
know who
years
come
ago.
up with a Waze app? The Israeli military.
Yeah, this is a
Kind of ironic
2019 special, by the way.
because
Someone tell him quick.
For 40 years.
This isn't like
Hang up ahead, Moses.
1979 Bill Cosby, like, oh, this didn't age well.
Yeah. tell us another Spanish fly joke, Bill Cosby.
I used the Waze app to drive into New York
By the way,
City
watch
yesterday
Future
to
Man.
work on my act, and I live 40 miles outside of New York City. I do the first 38 miles in 38 minutes. I get into Manhattan, I look down, it says 1 mile to go, 27 minutes.
Time now.
There's a great moment of Future Man that has to do with
I'm gonna turn my car in for fucking Kenyon tomorrow.
See, audience, Future Man's better than most things.
Get like 20 miles on a bowl of rice and some Japanese beetles, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
I lost he's telling jokes. I remember
If the
that.
punchline was Japanese Beatles, it couldn't have been good.
Smoke now. I started smoking it a year ago. I fucking love it. I'm not gonna stop, so shut your mouth. Makes me feel good. I don't care. My friends, I go, why would you start at this age? I go, why would you start in your 20s so you can have cancer in your 40s? I'm timing it out. The doctor tells me I have cancer in 30 years, I'm gonna kiss him on the lips. You shitting me? Do you see many happy 87-year-old guys out there? You know, that look in their face like, I wish I fucking smoked when I was a kid. Laying in a puddle of my own piss, nobody's talking to me. Give me a cigarette, goddammit. Come on.
You didn't have to do much to make that face.
Fucking love it. Smoke a lot. Trying to quit, it is kind of nasty, but my buddy says, why don't you try those e-cigarettes? I said, because I look more manly with a cock in my mouth. That's why
Isn't that an old joke?
That's like, in my opinion, a
fucking
street
cigarette
joke.
that has
I
I
mean,
think that's a street joke.
I've said that to everyone I've ever seen.
What's that, broccoli?
Someone said it's called it a robot dick.
Hey, Dave, you got a wrinkle.
I think Rogan's called it a robot dick.
Yeah, that feels like really dated.
Well, he just started, yeah,
Would that be a
hacky.
hacky joke?
Fucking e-cigarette.
I'm not a stand-up comedian. I don't know these things.
To me,
You know why
hacky
you
is
smoke? It draws
do
attention.
it just for the
like
audience.
doing comedy. It's like having a mic
so
in
like
your
so
ear.
much so
Take
far
a
all
cigarette
of
out.
this.
Everybody's staring at it like a psycho. I get off a plane in Buffalo. I go outside of the airport. The whole sidewalk, there's no smoking signs until you get to the end. Then they have this little glass booth for smokers. It looks like a bus stop. I'm in there at 7 in the morning by myself.
You're gonna make a joke
There's like
about
10
how it's
people
like
looking in,
a
watching
zoo?
me.
He's doing the
Like a
joke.
fucking polar bear.
You might not be a
Wow.
comic, but you might be a
Smoking the
medium here.
That's an old stupid joke of like being like in a zoo when you're in the
We
smoking
know it
section.
kills you. We
Yeah,
know
I
it's
think
bad
they
for
think
you.
that's a Dennis
How can I
Leary joke.
take
It
this?
might be a
My
Dennis
wife
Leary
smokes.
joke.
She
You are
actually got
right.
me started on smoking a little bit, okay? I come down the stairs the other morning, and there's a note on the kitchen table says, "I went grocery shopping, but I left you this. It's a cigarette. P.S. I love you." Might as well have left the fucking syringe with AIDS all over it. Stick this into the head of your cock. I'll be home with some fresh carrots that you'll need.
The structure of
Cosby, I was reading Bill Cosby today. I was reading the paper. He doesn't really like prison, and
Oh, here you go.
everybody's so
Yeah,
shocked
he's making
when that
Cosby
story
jokes,
broke.
dude. We just say
Black
that.
rapist from Philly. What are the odds?
This is gonna make me crush at the open mic later. I already seen like
hit two pussy lippers
every
going,
first year comic doing all of this
guys with
material.
Miller Lite cans. You're the fucking assholes. Yeah, oh, that was
Miller
racist.
Lite,
Have another beer and die,
sponsors.
please. Fucking
Sorry to overtalk.
black racist from Philly. The fucking pompous asshole. I didn't like when he was telling young black kids to pull up their pants. Meanwhile, the last 30 years, he's had his down to his ankles every fucking night. Shut your mouth, Billy.
I didn't even think about the audio in this because we're gonna get so much.
I know he's guilty of rape.
bust your
I hate Bill Cosby. My uncle Al loves Bill Cosby.
Previously on Nick Dipaolo.
Yeah.
Oh, did I hit play? Maybe I didn't.
Oh, on the recording?
Yeah, we're 22 seconds in. We're good.
Says we got coffee, so our continuity's off a little bit. Anyway, it's not gonna matter. Like, we're gonna clip it through to, I think, formulaic. I'm gonna go.
Up, sir. It's 4 in the
Premise,
morning.
joke,
I
and
finally got you on my
reaction.
couch. I have to hear about your cousin's wedding and a Reuben X March. Fuck that shit. Look over there. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. You better fuck me. I'll call Uber. Somebody's gonna get laid. It might be you. It might be me. I don't give a shit.
Not today. Call back.
Gotta
Call back. Just call back.
put up an article with the date.
Yeah. I'll spin it out of the thing. Like Spider-Man saves the
They
city.
have a new rate with everybody in their act. They have a new 10 jokes every week. I do a great Popeye impression. If Popeye goes on a raping spree, I'll have a new half hour. Oh, suck me dick. It's consensual. Tongue me nuts.
These kids today will get that reference.
Wow.
Yeah. When's the last time they've ever had Popeye on like anything?
Serial rapist, Bill Cosby. When you hear serial and crime, you think white guy off the bat. 99% serial killers are white guys, right? Yes, the answer will be yes, fuckfaces. Look, I'm as biased as anybody. Boy, this is a real right-wing town. No, that's not true. I don't give a shit what your stats are. There's a lot of black fucking child rapists. The serial killers are mostly fucking white. Remember Patrice O'Neill, my fat black friend?
I hate white people.
Okay, he hated white people. Relax with your applause, all right? Listen. But we always argued about that. He always said, white boys are serial killers are white boys. I'd be watching the news, there'd be a story about a serial killer, my phone would ring, I'd pick it up and all I'd hear is, white boy, click, fucking Patrice. And I thought about it, and he's right. You know, most serial killers are white, but you know why? To be a serial killer takes a lot of effort. It's like a full-time job.
Black guys
It's
don't
true.
work joke.
You gotta follow the kid around his elementary school for 6 months, and you have to go online for like 12 hours, find out what kind of chemicals dissolve bones in a tub in 10 minutes, and
Yeah, that's the premise. Black people are
it's
lazy.
not like black crime, you know. You step on somebody's foot in the champagne room at a titty bar. Wow, the balcony's packed too. Holy shit! Nice going, Cahoe. And yeah, I noticed he wasn't lumped in the hashtag Me Too thing, Cosby. Apparently he was above that. He was actually pissed about
Yeah,
it.
he was surprised he actually had a crowd.
His wife's still defending Cosby. He didn't do
I'm
anything
sure he
wrong.
gets
Bill's
mad.
next to his pubes in his teeth. I didn't do shit, man. Fucking hashtag Me Too. What a crock of shit. Okay? Friday rolled around. It was like sleeping on a microwave oven. I couldn't tell. Are there any statute of limitations on these hashtag Me Too? Guys are being sued for rape 25 years later. I'm in a case right now. A woman suing me. The case is 51 years old. She said I kept touching her tits, and I'm like, yeah, it's called breastfeeding, Mom. Get off the fucking... Let it go.
Someone didn't get the memo.
But like Harvey Weinstein is a piece of shit. He should be in jail. He's a fucking legitimate rapist, in my opinion. She wouldn't know what it was. Fucking Matt Lauer, that's the one that really pissed me off. Matt Lauer had a button under his desk in the office. He could lock his door and lock his secretary in. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't I think of that? I have an office and a desk and But then I remembered I'm fucking married. What am I gonna lock my wife in? Did you finish that BLT yet? You're not going anywhere. I'll fucking vacuum the corners.
I heard the button thing is actually way more common, and it has nothing to do with the creepy factor. A lot of it's that the office sizes are
Fucking
large.
Harvey Weinstein.
The guy is right behind his
You
desk
think
and he doesn't want to get
it's revenge of the
disturbed.
nerds.
So it's a
Like him
block
and
from
Louis
here,
didn't get
somebody
pussy
comes
before they
busting.
were rich and
It's not a
famous.
creep.
You think
But he still had like a whole bunch of weird
But he had
sex
a-
toys.
yeah,
Like
a closet full of
everywhere.
dicks.
Yeah.
You old fucking actresses, would you like to watch me take a shower? Yeah, Harvey, I moved out here from Oklahoma to become an actress, but I'd rather watch you rinse your big gray Jew balls in the sink at the Four Seasons on Hollywood Boulevard. That's why I'm here.
Hey, you gotta get Bridget Jones' Diary off the ground somehow. I'm not saying that there's 3 movies in this bizarre Bridget Jones universe for fucking good reasons. So the ball slop.
If that's true, every time I get on a plane today, I'm not on the plane 2 seconds, a woman comes up to me, can you help me lift my bags? Now I have something to say. I go, no, hashtag me too, bitch. Fucking lift them yourself. You got an 18-inch neck and a mullet. You can lift those bags. Who are you shit, you man-hater? Can't lift them because your husband's head and legs are in there. That's why you can't fucking lift them. You're a man-hating machine, young lady. Fucking hashtag me too. All this shit, and they're trying to blame all this racism and sexism on fucking Trump. What a crock of shit. You know, I didn't like Trump as a TV personality, but I love him as a politician. Okay? Fucking love him.
That's a punchline.
They did everything they could to keep him from becoming president. Ooh, we have a videotape of Trump saying he likes to grab pussies. Hillary doesn't? Where's that videotape with her face buried in a giant muff at Yale in 1976? Just looked like a lion's mane. They didn't shave back then.
I don't think I get that joke at all.
They did everything they could. He's a fucking bullshitter and he's a salesman, which is what this job calls for. This company's a corporation. You should have picked that up when he was running for president. He sounded just like a salesman.
He's just a
he was telling people what they wanted to hear. Mr. Trump, what about your health care plan? We'll be the healthiest people alive. Next question, please. We'll have white teeth. We'll be orange and tan. It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. Mr. Trump, what about your tax plan? There won't be any taxes. I'll pay you. Just fucking vote for me. I have to beat this fat bitch. Don't embarrass me up here, please.
Oh, that's cutting right to the heart of it. Just hate Hillary.
You guys not do that?
Yeah, there's no
part over there in section.
I just hate Hillary.
We have microphones.
I hate Steven Seagal too, but I don't fucking keep going about it.
Hillary's still out there saying, well, I lost because of sexism. Well, there was other reasons. First of all, it wasn't sexism. And you young people, Bernie Sanders, you thought he was going to be good.
I'm all as old as you, Nick. I fucking
you guys
my back out
sleeping. Young people, okay? You thought you get free hand jobs, chocolate ice cream, red wagons, fucking just an old bit of juice.
It's not free. It all comes from somewhere. It's not a free thing.
Never related to Santa Claus. I know a few girls got sexually harassed on my campaign a few years ago. Their tits were grabbed in the shower and somebody took up on somebody. I didn't know about it. I was out busy making the case. We'll try to do better. You fucking kids, get off my lawn.
Where's Nick Dipaolo from?
Jersey.
And he can't do it in New York.
He's out of his mind, but he's a miserable.
Totally New York.
But Bernie has that like New York accent, even though he's from Vermont. But he has that like
New York background. The most interesting story during that election was about Bernie Sanders.
Maybe he was trying to make it.
He used to write erotica for a magazine in New York City. He wrote an article saying when women are having sex with their husbands, they're secretly fantasizing about being raped by 3 guys at once. That's how you know he's a real socialist. Even in his rape fantasy, he's sharing the pussy 3 ways. I want to redistribute pussy. It's trickling up to the 1%. They're getting all the pussy.
We're already just free distributing the pussy by deciding to eat ass.
Another reason Bernie lost.
The more that we eat ass, the more the pussy is fucking ours, not theirs.
I kept emailing him. Change your first name to Colonel.
The Russian
It's like. You ever see those that Chick-fil-A thing of like the cows all eat more chicken?
Yeah.
It's like us with the sign that says eat more ass.
Her ass off. She knows the truth.
I heard one comic about his name where he used to have a job. Like Chipotle keeps getting shut down for all the E. which is very, admirable of them to take the heat for us eating ass much more now.
I think that's stupid.
It's like, it's Chipotle hours. So this fucking mouthful of turd I have right now.
Another great joke wasted on faggy, liberal, mindfuck MSNBC watchers.
Even his own
We're not
audience is
even talking about using weapons to defend. What a fucking, where are we? You gotta tell me if you picked off one of those creeps coming over the fence, anybody else would follow for the next 10 years? Answer me. Answer me, you fucks. No. Okay, you don't have to kill him. That's a little too medieval for you people. Okay, just a super soaker filled with cat piss. Just fucking drench him.
I see that.
Be inventive with a wall. Make it like the Green Monster in Fenway. You know, put seats at the top, people with rifles. Every time an illegal gets killed, the guy comes out and puts a 1 up on the board. Put up a crooked number, Trump. I will. Trump actually had a great idea during the Senate. He couldn't come up with this line. Somebody must have given him this line. They were saying, the press a couple weeks ago, a wall is medieval. And Trump goes, well, a wheel is medieval. We're still using that. It's a great fucking line. You should compromise. Make the wall out of wheels. 30 feet. That wouldn't work. The Mexican side would be missing hubcaps after the first 3 weeks. But, you know, well, to be floating across the river with the tires. There's a hole in the wall. Let's float through that thing. I watch a lot of Fox.
Like, the premises are literally just racist stereotypes.
Yeah, it's like
like
when I was in 7th grade, they had that, you know, edgy book of racist jokes.
Yeah.
And that would just all be this. Oh, black guys don't work. Mexicans steal. Lesbians don't like jokes. I mean, one of those is true. I'm not going to say which one of the 3.
Shannon Green. Do you know how many times I've masturbated to Shannon Green today? 7.
That's that runner, right?
Fucking stunning. And thanks to the pause button on my remote control, I know what all these women look like with their eyes closed and their mouth open.
Okay, that's funny because I've done that. Because it paused like the view and awkward frame.
Look at honey, she's licking my face. She likes me. Shannon, you want communion? Oh, she's Catholic. It's kind of embarrassing. Your wife walks in, you get your pants down your ankle. She's like, what are you watching? I'm like, Hannity. What the fuck do you think I'm watching? Somebody has a discerning eye for beautiful women who does the hiring at Fox, and I'm ruling out Shepard Smith.
Because he's gay. Wouldn't a gay guy know which chick was hotter just because of, like, he understand her clothes better or something? I don't know. That was worse stereotype for me, but...
The other reason I watch Fox News is for the commercials. All the products are for people in the late 90s. And I'm starting to want some of this shit. There's a fine line between somebody in their 90s and a lazy guy in his 50s.
Like,
you know?
I'm so disgusted. It's hard to smoke the weed because I don't want to get in a better mood.
I'm 57 years old. They have the balls of a Great Dane. I don't want to do this in front of the mirror.
Is he going to do a bit on the catheters? I wanted to do a catheter bit at some point.
Well, I've done a ball bit, so we're all good.
The acorn steer lift? You don't want an acorn
When I was
steer
recovering
lift?
from my heart surgery, I was watching a lot of cable TV. There's catheter ads all fucking day long. Of like, here, get 5 catheters mailed to you daily. They're the easiest catheters you've ever shoved up your cock. Yeah, I don't have much money, but
Clothesline.
I haven't workshopped it.
What does it feel like?
Catheter?
I love those commercials with acorn
Well,
steer.
that
The
feels
woman's like
good.
97 years old. You can't tell.
No.
See you later, kids.
So it's got to feel like something else. Like,
Don't get a catheter taken out too soon. Make sure that you're peeing properly
don't
first.
pull it out like you're trying to start a
Who
lawnmower.
doesn't want a catheter? Come on.
They kind of do that.
3 in the morning.
No, because they start.
They
They have a balloon up there that prevents it from leaving. They close the balloon and then they.
Stand in bed and count my Roswell Gold Capital medals.
It's like, woo!
a little bit more.
Like, this is what it feels like when someone grabs you by the pussy.
Anybody religious here? I love asking this question in New York. Not once is anybody
Here's what it feels like to be raped by 5
I
guns.
might as well.
I don't have a big gun or
Step on a dirty nail? How do you catch religion? I'm not not religious either, folks, but I admire religious people. I hate people who hate religious people. I admire them because they believe in something. They actually believe in something. I believe in nothing. I'm fucking empty inside. I'm like a chocolate Easter bunny. I'm hollow. I have no fucking...
Which explains like the first half of this.
My mother's very religious. 81 years old, goes to church every Sunday. She told me I'm supposed to live my life the way Jesus lived his. Well, that's setting the bar a little high, isn't it, Mom? Jesus rose from the dead. I can't get up before noon time after 6 old duels.
Yeah.
Jesus forgave the very people that
He knows his audience.
I haven't talked to my best friend since
figure out a way
high
to
school
make
because
fun
he
of
spilled
Jesus
you
stuff
on my
and
letter jacket.
Yeah, it's not, you don't disrespect Jesus in a different place because he's not disrespecting Jesus. He's disrespecting his ability.
Jesus was in a cave with a rock in front of him. Yeah, my dad doesn't believe in that stuff, and you know, religious people take it too far, though. This is why people start to hate religious people. I'm watching a story in the news the other night. A young girl's behind the wheel driving. She looks down at her phone and drifts into oncoming traffic, was killed by an 18-wheel truck instantly. Her mother was on the news that night going, God called her home today.
Text her home.
Well, if you look at the accident report, he texted her.
Oh, shit.
And number two, I mean, what kind of religion kills people with trucks, right? I mean, that's right, Islam. Great joke! Great joke! Yeah! Let it out, white people.
Using a truck with a bomb, going through like a checkpoint, like
You know, I mean, you
suicide
look
bomb.
down and God texts
like,
her,
that's
I
not the
guess.
use to
I don't know.
kids.
I don't care how much of an age you are. You look down
No,
and
there's
It's
trucks.
it's harder to convince a dude who has fucked to go to heaven for the
like, oh, it's my friend Bill, the big black dick. That's what
because you're like, merchants aren't good at sex.
Why aren't you doing that, big?
young people better stop on the
That
text
that
behind the
feels
wheel.
too
People get
annoying.
killed left and
Yeah,
right.
sometimes I say- if I can say it too,
off the road, that's not how I want to see you.
And maybe it's,
But dude,
maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. I'm like, if I can think of it too fast, it has to.
That was a little too much. We all know.
Maybe I am
You
good.
might have done it, but that's a pretty good one to try and hold on to.
I'll try it out.
They have a whole campaign targeted to young people. It's called It Can Wait. In other words, a text can wait. You should look at it. That's not all text can wait, let's be honest. Let's say you're a 14-year-old boy in high school. You've been drooling over this girl in English class for 2 years. She never talks to you. All of a sudden, she fucking texts you at 3 in the morning. I want to blow you behind the Fuddruckers in 10 minutes. That text cannot wait, my friends.
I have gotten that
Next,
text.
I'll be telling this story the rest of my fucking life in a wheelchair. I couldn't believe it. She tugged my balls and then she's biting my nipples and she never even looked at me. I couldn't believe it. Diane wanted me so bad. I can't look. I'm doing donuts. I'm so happy.
But, see, that's relevant. That's if you did more shit like that.
Yeah, let's go with Jimmy Butt. Does the Gold Club have ramps? Let's go. What's that got to do with religion? I digress.
That's why I was probably the biggest reactions part of the audience to it. It was genuinely.
But the problem with religion is you don't get to pick it, right? When you're a kid, they slap it on you, Catholicism. But I'm a Catholic. Some of it is creepy. Confession, what am I, 8, 9 years old? I have to go into a dark closet with a grown man and tell him my sins through a little window? I might as well be reading him a penthouse letter, for Christ's sake. By the time I'm done confessing, that little window looks like the bottom of a parakeet's cage.
That's not for that description.
Too gross? Okay, the sneeze guard at the Harris Buffet at Vegas at 3 in the morning. Why am I telling him? I'm 9 years old. I looked at Corinne Conway's tits for 2 seconds. Telling this to a guy who's got the shit of a Cub Scout on his nuts. Why am I telling this guy?
Dude, if I looked at Corinne
Wow, I
Conway's
turned into
tits for
fucking
any
ISIS
time,
member with that type of material.
I didn't realize I had to think about that for a second.
I'd be like, dude, it's like looking
creepy.
at
That
a
is
lich
messed up. Some of this
lord
shit
that's
is
been
really
returned to life.
creepy. Oh, the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. Sure I was. And, well, I did. I started that. A lot of that that stuff is right.
You ever seen like 80s horror movies of like the flying demon that's naked or something?
Just the face from Fright Night.
Like the tits that hang down with like the indented.
Sort of like Chuck Todd.
Fucking giant brown nipple cap. Like snow hats. Like on the bottom of them.
They fucking... Even back then the Jews controlled the media apparently. That you laugh at. Okay, co-host, I'm the fucked up one. You were waiting for the anti-Semitic part to laugh. The first part you were offended by.
You're learning your audience.
Yeah, he's like, they don't think blacks or whites are the only serial killers.
Scripture used to be a letter from Paul to the Corinthians. Now it's a tweet from Michael Moore to the Republicans. You know, it's all... I like the Cain and Abel story. That's my favorite one out of all the Bible things. You know, Adam and Eve's kids, they offered gifts to God. God accepted one of them, didn't accept the other one. The brother got killed. Cain killed his brother Abe. But Cain was a farmer. He offered wheat and grain to God. Why would you offer wheat and grain to the guy that created the universe? That's like giving Bill Gates a fucking gift card to Best Buy, huh? Ooh, 20 cents off a USB cable. Thanks a lot, Timmy. I fucking invented it, you asshole. What else you got for me?
You need to put up like the picture of Bill Gates. It's like creator of Best Buy.
Creator of Best Buy. I created the internet. High five, technological wizards.
I gave my dad a $120 Armani sweater. My brother gave him like a $12 necktie. He never wears my sweater. Wears the fucking tie every day. I mean, I didn't kill my brother over it. I pinned him down and gave him tit twisters for like 45 minutes. But then my dad punished me and made me wander the earth aimlessly. If you don't believe it, look at my tour dates at nickdip.com.
Okay, that's funny.
Thank you. That deserves.
Yeah, that was good. Very good.
And then the food, you know, Muslims can't eat pork. That's the other white meat that they hate. And oh, we can't laugh at that, even though we hate them at home. We're not going to laugh in public at that. This is a TV taping.
I hate Muslims only because I hate all religion.
Yeah.
Jewish people, their food, kosher food rules, they make me belly laugh. You can't eat an animal unless it was killed. Okay, does a deer that I take on the Parkway at 180 miles an hour when I was drunk, does that count? I'm pretty sure I didn't feel anything. I was throwing about $1.60 and sucking on his antlers, getting off the exit. These are delicious. I don't think he felt a thing.
I've literally held this bong the entire vid, so this is going to be our test. Plus, it just plays into the brain.
I picture a rabbi strapping his pet goat into the passenger side of his Volvo and turning on the car and shutting the garage door.
This content monetize our normal lives.
I can't breathe. Yeah, you can't eat it unless the fucking thing was killed humanely. And the other rule in kosher food, when you're killing the animal, you got to do one slice. You can't saw the neck back and forth. So we know OJ isn't a Jew, right? I think too soon for that one, folks?
Too soon.
Hey, man. That guy ran for over 15,000 yards.
Watch Future Man, by the way.
Yeah, if you don't believe us.
Keep those borders open.
You gotta get the Jolt sodas on here and the constant throwback to Future Man.
I'm glad I get to drive. I do any gigs that I don't want to get on a plane. I went to Baltimore last week.
Today's movie, Pod Par with you. Reminds me of Future Man episode 3.
Season 2.
I
Emotional support.
feel like I can do this without right now, actually.
Alright, so that's gonna be your thing. Go back and rewatch Future Man so you can reference it on everything.
Don't bring a peanut on the plane. That might fucking be allergic to a peanut. I get 19 inches of cat dander on my forehead, but don't show me a payday bar. That's like ricin, motherfucker. Get that shit out of my way. Tired of traveling and hotel. I guess I'm a nationalist. I lean right. I don't know what the fuck I am, but yeah, I'm a nationalist.
Guess I'm a
You got a woo for the I'm a nationalist.
Yeah, that brought me out of my bored
I believe in
texting
the
on the
country
side.
as a whole, and I'm white, but don't say that. That makes you a Nazi. Suck my ass. Suck my ass. If you lean right in your politics, people on the left say when you use the word globalist, that's code for Jew. Now they're telling me what my words fucking mean. Although they might have a point. I was trying to sell my car the other day. This guy was really globaling me down. I need a good lawyer. Anybody know a globalist? I mean, Episcopalian? I don't know what to say about it.
Fortunately, a little too close to reality.
Show off their brains. You can't get away from
That, because that was more relevant than this
I'm
fucking.
checking into the
Black guys don't
hotel
work.
box, a beautiful hotel. Girl behind the counter goes to me,
It's
would
still
you
not.
like the green ego package? And I go, okay, what kind of Matt Damon wet dream are you about to explain to me? And sure enough, I was right. She goes, for every day you hear that you don't use the maid service, we'll give you 500 points on your next stay at a Hyatt hotel. And I said to her, I guess you don't know what married guys do when they finally get to a hotel by themselves alone with their iPad, YouPorn, unlimited lotion, pizza delivery menus. You should see my bed after the first half hour. It looked like it was a gang rape at a Papa John's. There's DNA on the headboard, marinara sauce on the comforter, a whole chicken carcass under the sheets. They have to call in Matt Hooper from Jaws to find out what happened to my bed. Well, this was no boating accident. There wasn't a hooker on the rack.
It's an old reference, but I kinda like
This is
it.
ridiculous.
The Jaws
This is
versus
obviously
Jaws.
the non-frenzied feeding of a bitter headliner who's been on the road for 31 years. You got a bigger problem. He's still out there touring, Martin. Does that bother you people? Hotels are not washing the bedding under the guise of conserving water. I said to the fucking lady, yeah, they're not washing the bedding. They hooked up with Ben Clausen. And then I go to use the toilet. I look in the toilet, there's 2 tablespoons of water in the toilet total. 2 tablespoons. I just spent $60 on myself at Chipotle. I don't think that's gonna get it done. 70 pounds of beans and rice, that's going to take it out to the Hudson. I don't know. I think you might
It's like
want
Subway,
to
but
give me an
with burritos,
eyedrop
man.
more. It's not
Subway's
going to
expensive.
fucking... All to
try
conserve
the
water, all these weird
Subway
rules. You know, if you don't flush the toilet the whole time you're here at the height, that's me squatting over an ice bucket at 3 in the morning. I'm going to see the Dominican Republic for $50. I'm not going to flush that fucking toilet. I'm going to get 500 points and pick my wife. I think so. Enjoy that.
Safe way forward. Or not the Impossible
Fucking this
Burger, but
much
it's another
water.
one of the brands.
We're
It's, called
recycling
something.
shit water? There's not a temperature high enough that you can boil my shit water that I want it back in my life for the next 40 years, okay? Let the DeSanti company scoop it up and sell it to people in nice plastic bottles, okay? You do the place. Thank you.
This is what should have been opening with. It's obviously his own.
Then I
real
go to,
material.
we're recycling shit water.
It's this close to the end of it, because this is the
Look,
only stuff that's
I'm not a
actually
wasteful
good.
person. I grew up in the 70s. My dad was a Marine. If I left the lights on in the house, he'd knock me out, you know? But we take this stuff too far. When I say we, I'm talking about liberal fuckstains. Are you with me? Fucking... You remember Sheryl Crow, that titless wonder, had a few hits back in the 90s? She actually said this in an interview. She said, after you have a bowel movement, you should use no more than 1 square of toilet paper to clean yourself.
Whatever the fuck show. Public access thing.
It wasn't public access though.
I wouldn't want to be her, man.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, you told me.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian
Yeah, shout out to Bohemian
Your name is once clear. You go 4 or 5 square toilet paper. Go shut on your
Or no, it was the show that was after.
Poop on your now, Mr. Chloe. You can use a 4 or 5 square toilet paper.
I'm subscribed to the new version of that channel, I think.
Imagine her fingernails. Looks like a mechanic who worked on a transmission for 14 hours. Got the hands of Demi Moore and Ghost after the pottery scene. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. 1 square of toilet paper? What are you living on, a grape and a crouton a week? I just had 4 slices of pizza, 6 donuts, and a pot of coffee. The AIDS quilt is not going to clean up this mess. 1 square. How about 1 square mile of the rainforest to make the paper to clean up the mess I just made? Got doo-doo in my eyebrows, for Christ's sake. What are you...
Oh, I wish the phone had a light to indicate it was recording.
Guys really are. I hear girls saying there aren't many real guys anymore. I'm starting to believe it.
Oh, he's put the mic in the
Really
stand.
emasculated. I'm watching college football. I've seen this about 4 times this year while watching college football. Guys are just turning into...
But I heard someone else say that
like
this might be
Nebraska,
a
Oklahoma.
false alarm.
Nebraska scores at Oklahoma, and they cut to 4 college-age guys in the crowd, and this is their reaction. That is not the reaction of a young man in college. That's the reaction of a woman when you give her a diamond ring or fucking, you know, a leather jacket or a nice dick pic she's looking at or something. What if your Uncle Joe, who fought in World War II, the first time he saw her Jap, he went... Oh God, he looks mean! You know what I'm saying?
So men can't be in touch with the non-toxic side of the personality?
My parents are still alive, technically. They are getting really old, and I hate calling home. My mother answers the phone. It's like calling the obituary hotline. She starts rattling off everybody that's died within a mile of my house in the last 9 years. She sounds like Belushi at the end of Animal House. Niedermeyer dead. Barberi dead. Consoli dead. Hayes dead. Thompson dead. I go, Ma, how did Mrs. Hayes die? My mother goes, she was walking to church, she slipped on some ice and fell, and her hip bone came right through her ass.
Ouch.
But that's not the funny part. She almost bled out on this.
No one else laughed.
I go, you just used the word bled out? You're an 81-year-old white woman. What are you, dating El Chapo? What the fuck? Bitch almost died on the sidewalk, nigga! Bled out on the fucking side. I go, how did Mr. Consoli die? My mother goes, he was in his wood shop, which is in the garage, making a bird feeder, and then his family realized he was missing after 44 days. And they just found him sitting there, you know, dead, fucking bunch of angry pigeons, you know, just crapped all over him because the house wasn't done. He looked like he get hit with a gallon of white out, his glasses are crooked. Even his kids are giggling, oh, Dad's dead, but he looks like an asshole. That's how you die. God has a mean sense of humor. He really does. You're walking to church.
Funniest stuff, he's losing his audience and we're laughing more.
Because his audience is all there to hear him talk shit about politics. And shit. Now that he's doing real jokes, nobody everyone's out.
He's just a dick, isn't he? When you think about it. Gladys is up there. I didn't know Cahoes was so fucking religious. You people make me sick.
See, right there, he fucking called him out.
He's got a mean sense of humor, you know? You ever see Gladys is up there vacuuming, 9-year-old woman by herself on the 3rd floor. God's up there with Pete watching. Hey, Pete, watch her. She's going to catch her toe on that cord in about 3 seconds. There goes fucking Gladys. 21 cartwheels later. Lands on her husband's air hose. He's in the other room trying to watch Matlock now. He can't breathe. He's like, God's laughing so hard he's making the same noise. See that, Pete? 2 for 1. They didn't go to church. Fuck them. I got the... That's how you die, folks. You fall down the stairs and hit comes You're laying a puddle of your own piss on the kitchen floor, yelling into a bracelet your family welded on your wrists you didn't even know. You were welding bracelets on old people after tracking white sharks on Nat Geo, for Christ's sake. That's why I hate those Life Alert commercials. They open up and the lady's already on the floor. Have you seen that latest one? The lady's at the bottom of the stairs with a clothes basket. This clothes. But there's a disclaimer before the commercial. It says you may be offended by the following. Why the fuck would that offend me? I'm offended that I didn't see her falling down the 5 flights of fucking stairs. You see a lady flying through the air like Evel Knievel at Caesar's Palace in 1976. That's what I want to see. Not her laying there half dead
He takes our show out of context. Look, they loved
There's a lady, this is a woman doing Life Alert right now. Her mother died on the kitchen floor.
like him,
When you yell into a Life Alert,
it's finally, it's non-political, but
she
it's
yelled into it, dialed
from that standpoint of view.
And a
He's able to infuse his character into all of this.
I just picture some pimple-faced teenager folding sweaters. He's got the headset on. I'm bleeding from my ass! Help! Sorry, man. I work in shoes. I don't know. Maybe I can give you somebody in pants. I don't know about asses. I can. Jesus Christ. I didn't
So he's
sign up for
devolving
this.
into the bridge troll. This is like furthest to
That's how you die. It's not pretty. It's not like in the movies. You're laying there in bed, all your family surrounding you. You know, since of course there's always one. A strange son missing. Where's Timmy? Well, he's opening a Broadway play, Dad. He'll be here in a couple days.
Because he's gay, he's estranged.
So my parents' friends grew up in dead by the dozens. They're like fucking Hummels on a crooked shelf, just sliding off and smashing. I've been to 2 funerals and 2 wakes in the last 7 months. I'm so sick of
We can't figure out words. Funerals.
Right here, I show the proper respect. And Mr. Consoli, I bought a bird feeder off this asshole. He didn't even finish it.
Call back to the dig out.
Look at my gold watch. People don't dress up. My grandmother died. My buddy shows up with a Dustin Pedroia t-shirt on. What the fuck? She's from Italy. She was born in 1885. I don't think she really appreciates a fucking 4-6-3 double play, okay? I like wakes better than funerals. You know why I like wakes? You get to kneel down next to a dead body like 2 feet away. It doesn't happen that often if you're white. Am I right, folks? It really is. Fake white fucking offense. I kind of be offended. He said black. You guys do what I do at a wake. You kneel down next to the casket. You pretend you're saying a prayer, but you're really browbeating the body like a psycho for 5 minutes. I stay up there too long sometimes. Even at my grandmother's funeral, my dad yelled from behind. He goes, "Hey, what are you looking for? Signs of foul play? She's 98, for Christ's sake." He found her in the driveway, not John Gotti's basement. Let somebody else stare at her, for Christ's sake. I was staring at my Grammy's makeup. It was horrendous. Apparently the makeup artist who do the Batman movies broke into Peterson's funeral home. She looked like Heath Ledger. Big white, pasty, giant face, fucking big red shit-eating grin. I should have propped her thumb up with super glue to make it look more natural. Don't get me wrong, my Grammy needed the makeup. She was not a looker, you know. In her prime, she looked like a young Bill Parcells. You know? Nice head of gray hair, saggy tits, sweater vest, fucking shitty attitude. Hey, put a headset on Matilda. She'll call a nickel package. Watch. Go ahead.
That's what I was just kind of thinking, because I think I've had to do that before. That's why I was looking for all my physical ones here.